Happy Monday, my dears. I hope you had a fabulous weekend. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new here. My name is Emma. I am so happy you clicked on this video. I hope you like it and will give it a thumbs up and will consider subscribing if you haven't already. Now, let's jump right on into my what's for dinner video. Our first meal, I just made a pork stew meat pasta. So you're going to need a can of Rotel diced tomatoes, some beef bouillon, and 1.5 pounds of pork stew meat. So I started by adding a cup of water to my crock pot, and then I added a tablespoon of the beef bouillon, and then that can of Rotel tomatoes. And then I stirred that up, and then I ended up adding some garlic powder as well. Then I just mixed it up, put it on low in my crock pot for 10 hours. Then when there was an hour left on the stew meat, I cooked up some pasta, drained it, and put it into the stew meat. Stirred it up, and then I wanted to add some corn for some kind of vegetable in it. So I just added some of this frozen corn, half of that container, and then just let it cook for the rest of the hour. And then here it is all served up. I just added some mozzarella cheese on top. It was really delicious. And there was a lot left over. For tonight's dinner, I am making chicken queso rice bake. You are going to need some queso, of course, the star of the show. Then you're going to need some rice. I already had this in my freezer that I had cooked up previously and made way too much of it, so I'm using this. It's about 2 cups of rice, some taco seasoning, and some chicken. I used 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts and cut them into bite-sized pieces. Put some butter in my pan, put the chicken in and some of the taco seasoning and just let it fry up. And now onto the rice. I just put it in my saucepan and then I poured that queso sauce over the top of it, mixed it up and just let it heat through. The rice had heated through. I just sprayed my 8.5 by 8.5 baking dish with some cooking spray. Then I added the rice to the bottom of the baking dish. Then once all the rice was in the baking dish, I added the chicken on top of the rice. Then once all the chicken was in there, I added some of this Mexi melty cheese on top of the chicken. And then I baked it at 375 for 25 minutes. And here it is all done. The cheese is nice and melty. We topped it with some of this spicy guacamole, some extra of the queso, some sour cream, some pico de gallo, and some lettuce. And here it is served up. This was absolutely delicious. And of course I made too much, and that was the leftovers. For tonight's dinner, we are having buffalo chicken wraps. So I just put 3 chicken thighs into my crock pot with some chicken stock and just let it cook up. Then I shredded it up when it was done, added some of the Sweet Baby Ray's buffalo wing sauce to it, mixed it up, and then I heated up some tortillas. Once I'd heated the tortilla, I just added some ranch to the tortilla, then some buffalo chicken, then some cheddar cheese, and some lettuce. This was so easy and so delicious. For tonight's dinner, it doesn't get much easier than this. I'm just going to throw this Tyson slow cooker kit pork roast with vegetables into my crock pot. I just threw everything in there. It comes with like this little gravy packet, and you just mix it with some water. Then you pour it over the top of the roast. Then I cooked it on low for 6 hours. I had some mushrooms in my fridge that I needed to use up, so I added them to the roast as well when there was like an hour left of cooking time. Then when it was all cooked up, we took the meat out and cut it into pieces. I thought it was going to shred, but it didn't. But anyway, here is everything served up. The meat and all the veggies and the potatoes. This wasn't the best thing I've ever eaten. I mean, I really didn't care for it. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. It was super simple, but it was kind of flavorless. But that's it. And that concludes this week's What's for Dinner video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please give my video a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed. Have a fabulous week, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.